Hi, I'm Charity Thurman, and I'm going to be talking about some websites that are appropriate for kids in school or preschool. The first one I'm going to start off with is starfall.com, and I think it's totally appropriate for preschool and kinder. And they also have a first grade math and reading and then a second grade math section. And it teaches a variety of things. As you can see, it teaches ABCs, teaches how to read, calendar. It teaches about the holidays, teaches extra reading, there's songs about things. But first, let's do ABCs. I'll show y'all what that is. So you can click a letter, or you can do colors, or you can do this. I'm going to pick P as it loads. And you can hear it. You can even click it again and it'll make a sound. Click the next thing. And it wants you to click the P again. So you learn how to make the sound of the P. Teaches you words, helps with reading because it makes a picture as well. We identify words better. This website has lots of cute little animation and everything. And you can keep going, there's lots and lots of stuff, but I'm going to click out just for time's sake. And you can do click A. You can do sign language and even pronounces like the sound for you. Learn how to do B. So this is like super cool. You can go through all the letters. You can keep going all the way till Z. And it says goodbye if you click out of it like that. You can probably do vowels. Let's go back to the main index. Let's look at calendar stuff. Yeah. It does an up-to-date calendar, so you're not just like, it's actually April 2015 and you're in February for some reason. It reads you the days of the week, teaches you all about that. And it asks you what day of the week is today. And you can click on these words and it'll actually read it to you. So it really helps with like reading and stuff like that. Teaches you how to read dates correctly. And it teaches you obviously the days of the week again, so some nice review. And you can just have a lot of fun with it. Like say your birthday is April 17th. You can click and drag it there. Or you lost a tooth on April 9th. Yay! And then you click that way. And you can choose your background. I like the space one, but you can go with, you know, the April showers thing. It tells you, hooray, you did it, completed. And you can print the days as well, or you can print your calendar out as well if you would like. This would be really good to do at the beginning of the month because then you can have your students, you know, fill it out first thing, and then as the days go by they can actually, maybe you can provide stickers or something and they can do this with their hands instead of just a computer. And that's the end. It asks you, you know, for feedback and stuff, so if you say yes, they know what to keep doing. So it's really nice that they do that too, because if a kid's not enjoying a book and lots of kids aren't enjoying it, then they know maybe they should change their books. We can go to the math skills. Let's go to the geometry and measurement. Now this website, you do have some free things to do. As you can see, the grayed out items are for full members. You can pay to become a full member, or you can just be cheap like I am and still do, you know, some fun stuff even though we're not members. This teaches patterns, and it's kind of cute. So if you want to do like really simple or a little bit more complicated as they go, let's do the not so complicated one. So it wants you to click on like the square and triangle to go through, and if you accidentally click on the other thing, oops, so you get back on track, and then you could do the maze. It's pretty cute, teaches patterns very well. You can click out of anything if the kid doesn't like it. It's very easy to navigate, and there's these videos. They're kind of long. They're about like 3 to 5 minutes each. With a lot of these websites, I would definitely recommend giving your students headphones for individual use, or else your classroom is going to be extremely, extremely loud with all of this stuff going on. Also, they have, individual holidays that you can learn about, and let's do Groundhog Day. February 2nd is Groundhog Day. So it goes through a lot of stuff. It's pretty cute. It's very, has very animated little things, and it teaches about Groundhog Day and other ones as well. But I'm going to click out. And that's for a lot of stuff. It has a parent section, an educator section, a homeschool section, and you can join if you really want to, but you can still do a lot of stuff on here without having to join. But let's move on to the next website, which is Shows for Learning. This is kind of like a YouTube website, but for children, because, if you put your kids on YouTube, they could be watching this ice cream edition thing, and then the next thing that pops up is something inappropriate or something way off topic, and it's just not kind of good, especially in schools. It's not good to have those things pop up and, have the kids click on it and be inappropriate. Then you get in trouble with parents, and it's just a whole big mess. So this is a nice little website that would be good for preschoolers and kindergartners. I think even like younger than preschool, like maybe toddlers and stuff, this would be just really good to just kind of get them exposed to certain things. And let's do calendar crayons. And it's just little YouTube videos that are animations. And you can hear it. Of course, there is little ads because it is part of YouTube, but they're not inappropriate ads. And they're just short little animation things that are just kind of fun to do, and they're in different categories. Obviously, it teaches numbers, addition, shapes, letters, the months of the year. It even teaches you Spanish stuff. And it's a really neat, like, little videos. Like, somebody came up with all of this themselves, and it's very nice to like access all of this stuff. And even if you really want to, you can enjoy lessons on this stuff. And I think it just categorizes them. And then there's a lot more now. You can even do Spanish still. Like, I just think that's really neat to do. That's pretty much it for this website. There's just a bunch of little videos that can be used to kind of, I guess, provide visual interest as well as teach them certain things that they would like to be taught or maybe they're interested in. And that's pretty much it for this website. The next website is findwithspot.com, and this is what pops up whenever you first get there. So you have to select your country. So we're in the United States, and you can make it remember you or whatever, but I'm just going to enter. And this is its little home page, and you can go to the news and events, all about the latest spot news. I really liked this book when I was a kid, so I imagine a lot of other kids would really like this book. So if you read this maybe at preschool or kindergarten, you can let them go and explore lots of things. There's a parents and teachers section. Click it. And you can go through all this stuff. You can meet the author. There's little shopping things. There's just lots of stuff. It's pretty cute. It's like learn about his little news. You learn with Spot. There's lots of different stuff for that, and it just kind of teaches you as a parent like what is good. So I'm going to go back, and we're going to do some of the fun things that the kids will get to do. And of course you have to enter your name. So my name is Charity, so I have to enter my name in. And you can go through this, which is pretty cute. It's like a little animation, which is a book. A little book animation, sorry. And you can keep going through it, but for time's sake, I'm going to just go through. Once you're done, you go to the main menu. And you can learn about his friends and family, which is Steve, Helen, Tom. You can even learn about like the parents and stuff. And it's just a cute little animation stuff that you learn about. Go back to the party. It's got lots of like fun stuff. Once again, I would definitely recommend you give your students individual headphones because it can get really loud. You can go through the games. I think this website would be totally appropriate for preschool, kindergarten, and first grade. First grade would be a bit of a stretch, but we're gonna do something later about creating a story would be good for first grade because you can teach more than just, oh, let's have fun and make a story. You teach about plot and how to make scenery and how to do dialogue correctly. But first, let's do just some fun little games that you have. This is really good for not creating, but helping with reading because you get the word and you get a picture. So you click through and you do, this is, you're making a cake. I wish I could just click through all these really fast for y'all, but you gotta go with the flow. And even if you click the wrong thing, it's not gonna make the child like, oh man, like super upset or anything. So it's really simple and it just it keeps them going. And it's fun. It's a fun little website. Click through. And then you can make, yay, you made your little recipe. Now you get to decorate your cake however you'd like. And you can have the students print their cakes, or you can just bake another cake, which is the same thing again. And you can go back to games, and there's some more stuff. This is color and make. And you get to color a picture and you make a jigsaw puzzle out of it. So this would be really good for like the little ones because you get to teach about color and stuff, and maybe you can have like fun coloring or maybe try and make it a little bit more realistic, or you can just be creative with it. I'm coloring everything green just because it's fast. And then you click next and then it makes a jigsaw puzzle for you. So this is really good with the little ones because puzzles are pretty necessary for helping create like doing logic skills and critical thinking skills and all that fun stuff. We're gonna go back to games. I like the dressing up game the best because it's really good with context clues and it helps with categorizing and sorting everything. So he's going to the beach, which 2 items would he take with them? I'm gonna go with bucket and I'm just gonna be silly and click tambourine. And it's funny because it shows like all the different combinations. And it's like, that's not right, try again. So if you do it correctly, it's just like, yay. And it goes through a whole bunch of scenes and stuff, and it's just really cute. So let's go with Adventures with Spot. And we're going to go to the beach. And this is good for counting, so we're going to count the things on the beach. And I really like this because it also kind of teaches with like vocabulary as well. You'll see in a second. So there's 2 boats. Spades. That's not a very common word for little like sand shovels, so I think it would be really good for kids to know, spade is another word for shovels. And it also kind of keeps your eye, you're not going to be like, oh, there's a lighthouse. No, can you count the seagulls? And it makes little seagulls pop up. Starfish. 6. And you did it, so you can play again, or you can go back to the adventures, which this is all just kind of fun stuff. So we need to find his key. You just get to try out different things. It's just fun little things like that. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to create a story with Spot. And you can do like the little This is a tutorial to teach them how to do this. But it's pretty self-explanatory, especially if you're going to be working with first graders on this part. It's pretty easy. So number one, you get to pick a scene and you get to add your characters. So I'm going to have Spot playing the ball with, who should he be playing the ball? Helen. And then you can add props if you want to. And then you can do names and speech. So this is really good for, creating a scene and characters and then learning how to write dialogue. And this goes through ABC order, which is kind of difficult to maneuver through, but it's not too bad. It kind of teaches them how to read in ABC order as well, which, as an adult, it's still really hard to do. I know I'm not the only one. So you could just go through and I'm just gonna pick a word or something like dog, and then you can do exclamation points or question marks. Okay, this is just going to be kind of like a silly story that I'm making up, but for showing you things, you save and you can create a whole new scene. And this is a book, so it has to be cohesive. You can't just, be crazy. Or, you can let them just have fun if you really want to. So we can have maybe Helen? Yeah, I think it's Helen. Come back, and you can flip the things around. You can layer them, and you can make them like go behind the scene, which I don't really know why you would want to do that, but you can. And then we can make Tom come in. I guess this would be good. Like, he'd be underneath Spot. He can come in and play with them too. I'm gonna add the sun again, just for fun. And once again, you can have, people talking. Bing. Okay, so the next one I'm just gonna do something random. Okay, so then you continue and you can actually just read your story. Yay! So you can have your students present this to the class, they can print it out and maybe put it in the book center, and then they have something that they made in there and it'd be kind of fun to do. So that's pretty much it on this website. It's very fun and interactive. Like I said, it's really good at teaching colors. It teaches you how to count, teaches with categorizing and sorting, helps with reading and learning how to make a story, like the plot, the dialogue, and how to make the scenery. It also teaches with context clues and vocabulary as well. And it's just really easy to navigate once again. There's just a bunch of other stuff too, but for time's sake, I'm not going to bore you anymore with this website. The next website is called Into the Book. Now you can do, this is your first time, so I'm going to type in my name, and you get your key, and you can come back and have your stuff, you save it to your little username thing, and I'm not going to write it down, but whatever. So my thing, I really like, because this is for reading stuff, this is kind of fun visualizing, because I'm a very visual learner. As a thing. It's very self-explanatory. You can have it read to you, but I'm not going to because it takes a long time to read. And then you can color, let's see, the sun is our solar system, so I'm going to color the background black. I'm doing a really sloppy job, but it's just easier to do it this way. Okay, and then I'm going to pop up the sun. Oops, I made it black on accident. And you can make it smaller or bigger. I'm going to make it bigger, and it wants me to do, all the different other planets. So I'm going to, oops, make the sun yellow. This is Mercury. Make him red, just because, or brown. Let's make it brown. I don't know what color Mercury is. I don't know if it's gray or not. It's kind of gray. Kind of looks like a moon now, though. That's okay. And you can just keep going and going. You can actually choose music to just do something weird. And you keep going through.
Now, watch your picture show.
And you can watch it, which is kind of fun. So it reads the story, and it has your visualizing stuff, and I think this is just really cool. It's really cool for, helping them understand you know, how to visualize things. It helps them read and everything. I thought this was really fun just because I used to love drawing pictures for my stories.
Earth has a moon that orbits around.
And you can save it to your thing. And yay. Obviously, it would be more interesting looking, but that's just one of the activities. You can go back to the things. Let's do, you can do inferring. Just all this stuff. Ah.
Inferring
Actually,
means
don't do
figuring out
that. Just
something
wait for it to
that
load. Alright, so we're going to choose a text. Let's do letter from Henry. So you can read it, blah, 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 blah. You can... So obviously teaches them how to do inferences and stuff. It's just a fun, lots of reading strategies and different things to do. I didn't do this one earlier, so I have no idea. Hey, upgrade this winter coat. Yay! And there's just a bunch of other stuff like that. Let's quit and go back to something else. Oops. Alright, obviously don't do that. But that's pretty much all it does. It's a bunch of just, here, I'll do it again. It's just a bunch of little reading strategy games, questioning, evaluating. There's some teaching tools, prior knowledge, synthesizing. It's just a really, I think it's a good website for reading strategies and stuff. And I think it'd be really good for, you know, it's a lot more fun than doing a benchmark or something to learn all of these fun reading strategies. It just makes it a lot more interesting, I feel. And that is the end of my video.